This is Jacques from KicksOnFire.com, and this is the adidas adiZero Rose 2. Released last month, the sneaker is the second signature sneaker of NBA MVP Derrick Rose and looks to improve where the last model left off. Coming in at 12.4 ounces, the Rose 2 is 0.4 ounces lighter than its predecessor, but heavier than the Crazy Light, which weighs 9.8 ounces. However, unlike the Crazy Light, the additional materials definitely give the performance sneaker a better on-foot feel. Textile and synthetic materials in the upper work with the sprint web and keep the model light and durable, while the usable herringbone outsole has been given a slight tweak to echo Rose's explosive style of play. Performance-wise, the Rose 2 is up there with some of the best basketball sneakers around, with a few details that may be good or bad based on your style of play. As a player, lockdown and comfort go hand in hand. The Rose 2 performs well in both categories with a solid fit across the mid and forefoot areas. Regarding traction, my full review was in the gym where the unique herringbone design held up good against a decent floor, and I don't recall having to wipe the bottom of my shoes at all. Because of the sprint web, airflow is basically a non-issue on the Rose 2, and the sweaty foot feel you often get with completely leather basketball shoes is pretty much non-existent. The heel on the Rose 2 is the most secure area of the sneaker, and adidas has included an external heel counter that holds up well against the sprint web. My major issue with the design is the use of the elastic top eyelets. While this is great if you need to wrap your ankles or you wear a big brace because it gives you extra room, if you don't, it becomes difficult to get that tight feel around your ankle. This is definitely something to consider when you play in them, but definitely not a deal breaker. Durability was also a challenge. As you can see, the paint is already starting to chip at the toe, and that's just from a few uses. Aesthetically, adidas gave the Rose 2 a leather toe cap, which looks great both on and off the court, as well as a few signature details like Derrick's number on the bottom of the tongue and the phrase "all flights canceled" at the top. The previously mentioned elastic eyelets also give the model a little bit of shine with Rose's signature and some gold plating. Overall, the Rose 2 is a solid performer on the court that is definitely tailored towards maybe like a smaller player like a guard or a small forward, but could also work for a big man that has some nice footwork. So the Rose 2 is available now for $110.